welcome everybody. Here it is, January 27th, 2025 at 6:15, or pretty close, to the Rochester Selectboard meeting, which has been posted in 3 public places, correct? And on the website, and emailed invitations to interested parties. So we're conforming to the open meeting laws. And the first item on the agenda are the minutes from the last meeting of January 13th, which I looked at, and they seemed like they covered everything. I move to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, that. And next one, we have a request for leniency on a utility bill that jumped from previous quarter of $140 to $1,548 at the the top of the park. Is this the Huntington House?
No.
No, not that's a whole different story.
That's gonna be a bad one.
Oh my God, yeah.
These
So
are the
what-
condos.
This is the condos. Okay, that's what I thought, but I'd heard that there was
Leaky
a
toilet that they normally had before.
And
leaky.
we have Sarah Ashline on Zoom for this.
Okay, Sarah.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you. My name is Sarah. I am the new property manager of the Top of the Parks. This is my first time being property manager, and the Top of the Parks has been empty for just over a year. I came into the job in October, and I have slowly discovered how to do this through errors. And on January 7th, I was notified by my accountant of a note on one of our bills stating how high the bill had gotten. And sure enough, we had a toilet with a bad float. We went right in, fixed it up, and we are hoping that you might be able to forgive some of our errors.
How much?
Well, it's it's only like
And their typical bill has been, the second bill is pretty typical for what they're.
The
because they
140.
just don't have any,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, because no one's been in there.
There's no usage,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's been using water and using sewer because it's going down the toilet, right? So it's What's your thoughts on this, Terry, being the water sewer guy?
Well, if you're gonna forgive them something, it shouldn't be again, it should be only once. And they've had issues in that building before with it, because I argued with the other people that looked after it. One other time, it was high, and it was the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think this is, if you're gonna be a caretaker of the place, and this is part of your caretaking job, is to look after these things. But, I mean, we've given other people breaks, so
Yeah.
I don't think you can give it all to them.
No, I was thinking maybe split it in half.
Yeah.
When was the problem remedied? This goes until 12/31, so did it carry forward into January as well?
I was
When-
notified on January 7th, and I fixed it by 11 a.m. on January 7th.
Okay, so, we'll have a little bit of spillover into another billing quarter.
1 week.
And whatever you folks are comfortable with, we will priority the mail a check to you folks.
Does that sound good to you? Cut it in
Yes,
half?
that's fine,
Yeah.
if that's fine with them.
Yep. Okay. Well, so you're gonna find some tenants for that building?
We're trying to sell it.
Yeah.
We had a few other issues, smoke detectors and such. Rail Group's been wonderful in helping us along, so we're hopeful that somebody will come along and see the value of the place.
Well, it could have been a lot worse, so you're lucky that it's only this. Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so like I said, do we need to make a motion to do that, or we just, I'll move
You
to
might as well,
cut this bill in half for them.
and I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you for making it to the meeting, and welcome to your new job.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. All righty. We've got the December treasurer's report to approve, and
I did read it
You
over.
did read it over, and you're happy with it?
I am.
Yep, and we're happy, thank you. Then, so I'd move to approve that.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Alrighty,
We ought to make a note in the, somewhere on that. About when it was and when it is, in case it happens again right off and get in touch with it.
in
I
their
can-
account in general,
Yeah, I
yeah,
can
Put
put
it in
that.
the minutes.
Yep.
yeah.
They did a nice job of painting the building.
It needed it.
All right, so we've got the contract with North Star Rubbish Removal, which I believe they kept the price the same, which was very helpful in plowing through our budget process, so I'd
There's a note on the back.
note on the back.
Or
in
right
front.
here.
So the cost to the town for the recycling is gonna stay the same, but starting July 1st, the trash bag costs are gonna increase by $1 a bag. So that's people bringing trash to the fast trash versus the
So it
recycling,
goes
which is still free.
From $3 to $4 a bag?
So, yep, 3 to 4 for the small kitchen size, and then from 6 to 7 for the 33 to gallon. Yep.
So I would move to sign this contract with them.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. This is the, what, 27?
It is.
Alrighty, have a second-class liquor license approval for Calcia Market, which would be the, is that the?
Skip Mart.
Skip Mart, yep. And we don't have to sign this, we just have to give approval, correct? The new,
Yes, it's just
Yep.
approval, so I
Yep.
can do it online. Yep.
yeah, yep, so we'll
Well-
move to approve that.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, alrighty. So the Meadowhawk Road discussion, Meadowhawk Lane. This is a request that has popped up last year
I'm gonna recuse myself from this one.
because currently you're the plower, or your husband's the plower. You don't drive the plower.
Occasionally, but
Occasionally.
not on that road.
Yep. And so we can discuss this, but we can't really make a decision on it because our third member is not here. But we can, I'll talk to the issue a little bit. John is here, and who's the charge of plowing, and that's why you're here. I think that, and I know Frank's thoughts on this previously, and I tend to agree with him, is that it's not, we're not looking for more roads to
I
maintain.
think if you did that, you would be opening up an extremely large can of worms. Because there's a lot of other private roads like that around, and once you do one,
Yep.
they're gonna be lined up to the park from here.
That's kind of my thoughts too, but I guess we'll have to table this till Chad is here and we can continue this conversation. So, all right.
There is somebody on the phone, would you mind stating your name?
My name's Robert Franks.
Okay, I
think
just
it would
wanted-
be. No, Kristen, I think it would be proper for select board members and anyone that attends to address the public with their, like, by their first and last name. I don't know, if I was out of state calling in, I don't know who Dune is. I don't know who Platty Harvey is or Chad. I think it would be proper. So if you want to know who I am, I think it would be a good idea so we know who they are.
I
Well-
just wanted to make sure that you weren't the person that was,
About
that
the
had to
road.
do with that road, so, sorry, you have a new number. Not familiar with it.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, Robert. My name is Dune Hendricks.
Hello, Robert, and the rest of the world.
Good job.
My name is Pat Harvey.
All right.
Well, that all right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we've got a park use application for the library, Stories in the Park. And that would be on, from 6/6 through 10/10, from 3 to 5. And this is renewing of what we've done in the past, and there's been no issues with that, so I would move to give them permission to do that.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
June?
Yep. Oh, you made it, Martha.
Martha.
Excuse me, it's Martha Slater.
Yes.
The reason I'm asking is these two park use applications, well, with the one for the next one, I can figure out the day of the week, but for this, what is the day of the week for that? Is it,
Friday afternoons?
Friday.
Yeah.
so it's going to be Friday. That's what well, both of those dates are Fridays, but I just wondered if it was every Friday regularly.
Probably.
Yeah,
It is.
Yep.
it coincides with the farmer's market.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Sorry to bother
Yep.
you. Thank you.
Cool. All right. No, clarification's fine. We also have another park use application from the library for Dino Man on July 11th from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. Dino Man. He's a science program for kids with giant inflatable dinosaurs. It's going back in time right on our park, so I'd move to approve that.
I second that.
Yep, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, okay.
Can't wait. Inflatable dinosaurs on our park.
The grandson bought it.
Weekend after 4th of July.
Yeah, yeah. All right. And then we have a request for a letter of support for Ridgeline Outdoor Collective for trail maintenance. This is for a grant that Angus McCusker has been working on to do continuing maintenance on trails in the area.
Good for them.
Yep. And I think that's, yeah, no money out of our pocket, and I'd move to approve that.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
No? Okay. Sign that one. Is Tony Goopy online there? No?
No.
John, you got more you'd like to talk about the highways, or you just gonna, yeah? Gonna maybe snow tonight, actually really snow tonight, instead of just a little dusting? We'll see.
Finished today.
Good.
Saying,
No. Okay. Terry, we were already talking about the water flowing today already. You got more to?
You're gonna have the Huntington House closed for, I think it was 9 days.
That it was running?
Yeah. And when that splits, you see your kitchens have floor drains in them which tie into that's run through the grease trap, which runs into the sewer. That's, I can go back and look up how many days exactly, because the sewer took a jump from around 8,000 gallons a day to 20,000 gallons a day. So I'm gonna write a little letter when we send this month in to them explaining that, to see that they don't count it against us. Because they'll count the flows against our yearly.
Yeah.
You're only allowed so many days to be above, and that takes you off from being able to add any.
And how many days was this like this?
I don't know exactly. I wait until the end of the month and it'll
Days,
come up.
weeks, months?
It's like 9 days.
Okay.
130,000 gallons went through that in a week and a half. And I looked around, I knew I had a problem, but I didn't realize it was in there until Ray called me.
So have you been in that building yet? No?
No, but they've got the heat back on.
Yeah.
This ain't good.
No.
We got a generator.
The heat's back on,
All
but
right,
the
we're
lights
gonna,
won't be in a minute.
We'll kind of scoot along here then.
We got a generator, right?
Yeah,
We got a good
yeah.
one.
Your generator will
That's right.
come on.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
that's
true.
what just
Okay.
happened.
And it just did the test the other day, so we know it's.
Yeah, all right. Is Jeff online there?
Yes, he is. And actually, he just kind of just like froze. I'm gonna
Guess where the
Maybe.
power outage
Oh,
is.
right, I'm not really, can you hear us, Jeff? Now his video's completely gone.
Did you
Yeah.
lose everybody?
Oh, I just lost everybody.
Just lost everybody.
Yeah, the owl
Ours.
just went out.
It's reconnecting.
We'll give it a minute here.
The power's on there.
I know, I think he was recently just asking for help with the grant, a grant that he was writing.
Yes,
The thermal.
well, the study for the thermal network idea, he was looking for
Okay,
information.
I have it printed out if
but
you want
he's
it.
proceeding with the grants on the buildings, correct?
Yes, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, this is something separate, yeah.
Oh, I think our Wi-Fi like went out.
That's oh, wait. It would be guest, so this would be EC, this would not be EC Fiber. This is the Comcast.
Recording in progress.
Oh, we're back,
We're coming back.
partially.
Just 1 second. Yep.
You probably clicked over.
Okay. Can everybody hear us? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay. All right. So we're back on, and Jeff is here.
Okay,
Everything looks good. Go ahead, Jeff.
all right, Jeff.
Good evening. Number of things. I received, I have been reached out to, and also Green Mountain Power has been contacted with people concerned about lack of lighting at the Park and Ride and EV charger. So I've been in discussion with Zach Casey at Green Mountain Power, and he's not able to come down this week, but next week he should be able to come down and take a look at the situation. We previously turned some lighting off. The flow sign on the top of each of the pedestals was turned off because of a complaint of too much light. But there should be a way that we should be able to provide appropriate lighting for safety and functionality there and shield it pretty well from others in the community. But we hope to be able to figure out what needs to be done in the following week. I also discussed with Zach the concept of a thermal energy network. Zach's comment was, as for the old high school, we, being Green Mountain Power, certainly can help incentivize the ground source heat pump, depending on the size that's proposed for the project. That would be in tons. And he assumes that this would be eliminating a big chunk of fossil fuel. Would love the details on both current annual fuel usage and the proposed ground source heat pump system. So I picked that as a good piece of news, how much money they're good for. They're not committing at this time, but it is a collaborator that could be very helpful in securing additional grant funding.
Yeah,
Does the high school repurposing committee know this?
No, it just came in today.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press, that's right. And actually, the other thing that was quite interesting, I think it was last week, I got a call from Larry Pleasant, who was on the Park House board, and he wanted to pick my brain about a new boiler for that building. I did mention the network, and he was very intrigued by it. So we are setting up an appointment with the directors of the board for Park House. I'm not sure whether it's going to be all of them or just a couple of them, to see whether that interest is solid and whether they can wait as long as it will likely take to get the show on the road.
Right, years.
yeah.
He was in that meeting, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
So there's,
Excuse me, Jeff.
yes.
Jeff, it's Martha. Could I ask you one quick question? When you said you had discussed with Zach about that heat pump, Zach, who I don't know, the last name didn't occur.
Okay, yeah, I would, you could say I
Casey.
spoke with someone from Green Mountain Power.
Just
Probably.
get rid of, don't say his name, just say a person from Green
Yeah.
Mountain Power. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So let's see, the other thing, our library and the north wall repair. We've been told by historic preservation that we need to make it stay looking just like it is now. And I am wondering, and I saw Nancy Woolley in the audience, wondering whether we have any photographs of the library building that might show clapboard on the upper and clapboard on the lower part of the building.
I will go back through the files.
That would be helpful. It's a long
Mike.
shot, but you know,
Could make it even
We can
more
say-
historical.
exactly,
Yeah.
and
I like
save
that.
us a few $1,000s on
Yeah.
the cladding on the lower half. And I think that's what I got for right now.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, keep warm. Grant updates, Kristen? Nothing on there. Do we have anyone on Zoom about repurposing high school committee updating?
No.
No. Pat, you have anything on that?
I do not.
No, I guess that little bit of information about Green Mountain Power, maybe being able to pitch in a little bit is interesting. No, but
Yeah, they will like hearing that.
yeah. All right, and on to old business. Cooter, did you get a chance to investigate who put up the no parking sign up on top of Liberty Hill?
Oh,
That parking area up there?
Yeah, it's George's,
That's George's, okay.
Stockbridge,
Stockbridge.
Pittsburgh.
No, yeah, Pittsfield, yeah. Okay,
I thought it was at the park and ride.
no,
I
yeah.
thought that was the park and ride down here in town.
Oh, I'm
Did I?
sorry. Well, it was both. That's George, yeah. I forgot that's,
And Jeff, also has his hand raised.
okay.
Speaking of the
Jeffrey?
park and ride, I'm wondering about the acquisition of a couple of street signs that would point it out from the north, one from the north, one from the south.
Gotta go to the state.
That it's an EV charging station?
Yeah.
Doesn't the state have to put those up?
No, I think so, if they're on Route 100, yep. Yep. That would be a good question for them, yeah. Yep. So back to the, the issue of no overnight parking at the park and ride. Where'd those come from?
Were you here for that? I think, this came up at the last meeting right
Right.
after he left, so
Ah,
I'm
okay.
not sure that he knows about that.
First I heard of that.
Yeah.
First you heard of it? Yeah, because that kind of defeats the purpose of a park and ride a little bit, doesn't it?
Where's the sign? It's down at the.
It says no overnight parking.
Down at the, EV chargers. And we were just, like, nobody knew where the sign came from. We didn't know if you would know where it came from, or.
We've had a request to pull the sign out.
Probably been there for,
Since the park was made.
since the park was,
But isn't that an
Yeah.
overnight parking ride?
Yeah,
But it's like overnight parking here.
But before it was a park.
No overnight parking.
Park and ride was put in
But
after,
it's been there for years.
yeah.
so it could have been.
Well,
no idea what there is
Good.
for signs there.
I would be inclined to,
No frequent.
Shall we go out on a
Get it
limb and
out.
pull it,
yeah. Yeah.
see what
Mhm.
happens?
Yeah. I would say, probably, you wouldn't want people to park overnight in front of the EV chargers if they're not using them, but they'll have to figure that out.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I believe there is a sign that says that not to park in front of them if you're
you're not using it, yeah.
internal combustion.
Yeah, but I would think the whole purpose of the park and ride is to
Park and ride.
park and ride, so I don't.
If somebody wants to go to an overnight conference in Boston,
So
I mean,
who
what-
plows that? Should we just authorize them to just plow them over?
John actually plows it.
John plows it, yeah, yank them out, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
John?
you might have to wait till spring to yank
John
them out. I
Gordon?
don't know how
I wonder
frozen
if
the
that was
ground
put
is.
there for the neighbors when that park and ride was built.
Huh.
Um, I don't know.
It's a mystery.
And if
So-
someone wants to own it, we can take it away.
Yeah, I guess we won't throw them away, just kind
Yeah,
of
just
set them
put 'em-
aside.
Put them aside.
You got that?
You might have to put them back out.
Can you take them down?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. All right. Then, yeah, we've got time for some public comments here. Is anyone, Nancy? Terry? John?
Can I ask
Or-
one question?
Yes.
With regards to being the Warva representative, what can I do for you guys that's helpful? Like, we have a meeting once a month.
Mhm.
Would you guys like to review like those meeting minutes? Do you wanna see call logs? Is there anything that I can be, I mean, obviously if something big came about, then I would bring it to your attention, but in the meantime, do you just want monthly stats and info as the select board?
It could, yeah, it can go into,
Include it in your folder?
into our folder so
Okay.
that we review it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not trying to create more work for you.
Oh,
for
no, it's
you.
fine, that's
If-
easy enough.
If there is something significant, we'd like to know about
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Maybe even sooner than our meeting, if it's like,
Absolutely.
ah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, okay. I
It'd be
just
nice
wanted
to have updates, maybe even just quarterly.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Just wanted to make sure I was doing my job.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Is there anyone on Zoom that has something to speak about tonight?
Everybody is on mute and staying that way, and it looks good.
Okay, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second,
Then we're going to move into executive session.
we are.
Yes, so I'll second the motion, adjourned.